There's a puzzling object which is flying through our solar system right now. It's only the third object ever identified to enter our solar system from another galaxy. It was discovered on July 1st of this year, but there is still so much we really don't know about it.
This may actually be a piece of alien technology.
NASA detected a mysterious object speeding toward Earth.
And maybe it's changing direction now and heading to Earth.
Do you hear about that fucking object that's hurtling towards Earth?
Comet or spaceship? What do we actually know about 3I Atlas? Is the 3I Atlas a comet or an alien probe? This question has baffled everyone since astronomers discovered the third ever interstellar object. The 3I Atlas is strange. It shrugs off the sun's gravity like it's nothing and takes a path that seems to avoid us. Coincidence or first contact? Today we're separating facts from fiction and digging deep into what we actually know about 3I Atlas. Earth has been aware of the 3I Atlas since July 1st, 2025. This was when astronomers first discovered the object using the Atlas Survey Telescope in Rio Hurtado, Chile. ATLAS means Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, and it's the basis of the Atlas name behind 3I Atlas. The I represents interstellar, since it came from outside our solar system, while the 3 means that it is the third of such interstellar objects. The naming system began with 1I Oumuamua, the first interstellar object ever discovered, detected by the Hawaiian Observatory of the same name in 2017. 2I Borisov, the second interstellar object known to man, was similarly named after the astronomer who discovered it in 2019. Back to 3I Atlas, though discovered since July, it wasn't until May 7, 2025 that it showed up in images for the first time. It was captured by the Transiting Exoplanet Survey satellite for a period of 1 month, during which it moved through Jupiter's orbit. We'll talk more about that later. During its early discovery, it was unclear what exactly the 3I Atlas was or what it was doing. Professor Avi Loeb, a theoretical astrophysicist at Harvard University, speculated that the object had a 30 to 40% chance of being an alien probe sent to scout our solar system. Citing its trajectory, its luminosity, and other unusual characteristics of the 3I Atlas, he brings to the table the option that this interstellar object might very well be an artificial construct. And to be honest, if we take a second look at the 3I Atlas, it does indeed raise some eyebrows. What makes 3I Atlas special? First is the size. The 3I Atlas is huge, especially in comparison to the other two interstellar objects. The 1I Oumuamua was some 100 to 1,000 meters long and 35 to 167 meters wide, while the 2I Borisov's nucleus was around 400 meters across. The 3I Atlas has a maximum potential size of 5,600 meters. Then, the origin. Like we mentioned earlier, the 3I Atlas came from interstellar space, far beyond the boundaries of our solar system. Unlike the 1A Oumuamua and 2I Borisov, however, it came from an entirely different part of the galaxy. You see, from the side, the Milky Way galaxy has a spherical core surrounded by a somewhat flat disk of stars, planets, and the like. Most of these stars, including our own sun, are at the center of the disk, called the thin disk. Now, there's another layer, far less crowded, bracketing the thin disk, called the thick disk. Stuff in the thick disk are often ancient, relics from the early days of the galaxy. And yes, you guessed right, the 3I Atlas appears to have come from this area, which means it's terribly old. Some have its age pegged at over 7 billion years old, which makes it far older than our sun. But that's not the only interesting thing about this object. The 3I Atlas is fast, incredibly so. This was basically how it was detected in the first place. So, everything in our solar system moves. The sun moves, orbiting around the center of the Milky Way galaxy and dragging everything along. Other objects in our solar system revolve around the sun, moving at different speeds in their orbits. The Earth moves at a speed of 30 kilometers per second relative to the Sun, Mercury around 48 kilometers per second. The 3i Atlas moves at a blistering 58 kilometers per second, almost twice as fast as Earth, and it is predicted to go faster as it gets closer to the Sun. The speed makes it different from other objects in our solar system because it is so fast it can shrug off the gravitational pull of the Sun. This is what is called a hyperbolic orbit. The 3i Atlas is a visitor to our solar system, and it isn't going to stay. Points for it being an alien probe. Another point in favor is the 3i Atlas trajectory. Just like the galaxy consists of a core and a flat disk, the objects orbiting the Sun form a flat disk around it. The 3i Atlas hit the solar system in practically perfect alignment with this flat disk. More unusual is the fact that its path takes it right beside many planets like Jupiter, Mars, and Venus, relatively speaking. But when it comes to Earth, the sole inhabited planet, the 3i Atlas trajectory puts it on the other side of the Sun when it passes between Earth and Mars' orbit. Curious, perhaps deliberate. But these peculiarities are not the only things there are to the 3i Atlas. So, what else do we know about the 3i Atlas? What is the 3i Atlas? You know, we said the 3i Atlas was first seen by the TESS and observed for almost a month. During this month, scientists were able to properly study the 3i Atlas for the first time. Their first goal was to determine what exactly the 3i Atlas was. Was it a comet, asteroid, or spaceship, like some assumed? Well, put simply, this is done by studying the object's perceived brightness in space. The 3i Atlas was moving closer to the Sun, so it was expected to get increasingly brighter. But though it did get brighter, tests showed that it got more than 3 times brighter than a typical object would. That meant its ability to reflect light increased more than was usual. This ruled out the possibility of it being an asteroid. In fact, this is rather typical of a comet beginning to form its coma. A comet has an icy core. As it gets closer to the Sun, it begins a process of sublimation where it directly melts from solid to gas. This outgassing creates a layer of dust and gas called the coma around the frozen core. The coma also reflects light, thus making the object brighter than estimates would presume. This is exactly what happened with the 3i Atlas, and it is why NASA officially identified the object as a comet. But is it though? Maybe, maybe not. Until there's undisputed evidence for either, we can't be 100% certain. We have to admit though that the comet hypothesis holds more water, pun intended, than the spaceship hypothesis. Current location. What we can be certain about is the 3i Atlas location. The interstellar object reached perihelion, the closest it'd be to the Sun, on October 30th, coming within 1.4 AU of our star. AU means astronomical unit, which is the distance between Earth and the Sun and a common unit of measurement in the solar system. Like we said earlier, this puts it on the other side of the Sun from Earth. We won't be seeing the comet until early December, when it'll be on its way out of our solar system. The closest it'll get to us is on December 19, 2025, when it'll be some 265 million kilometers from Earth. For scale, 1 AU is around 149 million kilometers. So if it does turn out to be an alien spaceship, we have enough time to react if it tries anything. Or do we? What we don't know. Anyway, we've been talking about the 3i Atlas and all we know about it, but this video would probably not be complete if we skipped what we don't know yet. For starters, we don't know the detailed composition of the 3i Atlas. Even as a comet, it is odd. For one, it started forming its coma far earlier than was usual, first releasing carbon dioxide before releasing the usual water vapor later on. Then there was the direction of the tail, which was pointing towards the Sun rather than being blown away from it. No doubt, the 3i Atlas has a different composition compared to other objects in our solar system, and it would be very interesting to peel back the layers and figure out how. On the matter of being built differently, we also don't know where exactly it drifted from. Sure, scientists have figured out which region of the Milky Way its journey started. They've even been able to backtrack its route over the past 10 million years. But that exact point of origin, we don't know, and probably never will. And that, folks, is all about what we actually know about the 3i Atlas. Do subscribe to get more updates about this interstellar visitor, and give us a like while you're at it. More importantly, what do you think the 3i Atlas is? Give your answers and why in the comments section below. If you want to learn more about space and related topics, check out our other videos on this channel. The mysteries of space await you. Till next time, thanks for watching.